honestly. This was an extraordinarily educative session as far as I'm personally concerned. I learned so much from not only what you said, but the very rich level of discussion. In fact, I was just wondering as I was listening to this discussion as to how many places in our country we can have a discussion of this level, by the way, with such awareness and such knowledge and such concern. I really mean that. I think that's wonderful. I mean, in fact, that is our stock in trade. Hai na, Yatin? That is our stock in trade. That is what we have to build on, honestly. The next talk I'm very privileged to say is by Damodar Bab Mauzo, the Sahitya Academy awardee novelist, short story and screenplay writer and columnist. Sir.
My name is Raghunath Bab Mashelkar. मुझे इष्ट क्लिओफात कुतिंग मुझे मुखार बिशले मानिस्त भावानो आणि बहिणीनो हांव आतां तुमचे मुखार सुसंस्कृत गोवा कल्चर गोवा ह्या विशयाचेर उलयतलो एक उसको दिसता हांव जेन्ना इंग्लिशींतल्यान तुमचे मुखार उलयतलो आनी तेय गोंयचे संस्कृतायेचेर इज इट नॉट ए सॉर्ट ऑफ पॅराडॉक्स पूण हांव जाणा but in view of, however, since there are many people in the audience who do not follow the language of this soil, I'll try to express myself the best possible way in English. At the outset, I would like to congratulate, I wouldn't say Dr. Mashelkar Committee, I would say the Goa Golden Jubilee Development Council for giving us an excellent or near perfect roadmap, Vision Goa 2035. Maki ek yaad jata, long time back, once I was in Delhi where Dr. Acharya Kaka Saheb Kalekar said, जो असरकारी होता है वही असरकारी होता है I have to mention specifically we have a department, a Directorate of Art and Culture which deals with the culture of Goa, which I can positively say, confidently I can say it is asarkari. This is because I have long association with this directorate, and I find this Directorate of Art and Culture is probably the only department of government of Goa that is working in an excellent manner in helping the culture of Goa in its own way. In the vision document, it has been mentioned that we need to promote culture. We need to promote culture in making it dynamic, independent, and challenging force. I must say here, assert that in Goa, particularly in the cultural field, Goan culture, I feel, is dynamic, is independent, and a challenging force. Our artist fraternity in Goa are very conscious-minded, very open-minded, mature, and also a responsible one. This very fact that we are open to new ideas. I'm talking about the artist fraternity of Goa, including the writers fraternity. So we are always open to new ideas. This is evident from the way the response that we get for the Festival of Ideas, or say International Film Festival of India. This is because people love to have new ideas, to get acquainted with new things in life. Besides these festivals, we have many more festivals. The Art and Literature Festival, which happens for the last 2 years, and again this year, this will be the third year happening in this premises, International Center of Goa. Then we have more festivals coming, like Think Fest, which has started from last year. then we have Sangeet Mahotsav, Sahitya Sammelans, and a number of Sammelanas and conferences being held in Goa. And today in the papers we also read about TV festival, TV Fest, which is happening in November. So the ambience in Goa is very much conducive to the to cultural activities. That is what my reading is. But at the same time, here in Goa, I would like to mention now, I skipped that point, to top all this, the government of Goa is thinking of transforming the old Secretariat building into a state museum, which is an excellent thing that is happening to Goa. On the Golden Jubilee, as a part of Golden Jubilee celebration, this old Secretariat will be changed into a state museum where I hope most of the Goan artists will get will be prominently exhibited. Not only the old artists, also the contemporary artists will get some spaces where they can exhibit their art. We have been inviting writers, artists from across the country and even from the other nations to address us. Or we like to go to see their exhibitions. But we in Goa, we hold exhibitions, we showcase the best possible art exhibits in Goa for Goan people. But how many of Goan artists get exhibited outside Goa? How many get showcased in other parts of this country or even internationally? Hardly. In fact, we should learn our lessons from our past. I recollect, I've read about them, F.N. Souza, Anjan de Fonseca, Vasudev Gaitonde, and many more artists who had a rather, they didn't get their dues during their lifetime. Some had very pathetic end to their life. But today they are held worldwide as world-class artists. F.N. Souza, who was not recognized as even as an artist by some people, today is considered as a pioneer of modern art. Why should our artists suffer the same fate? If not, then they should get proper opportunities. They need to be exhibited. They need to get the opportunities to showcase their pieces outside this Goa, not only in Goa, but outside Goa. Similarly, our writers, we don't get opportunities to make our presence felt at the national and international events. We have excellent playwrights. We have Pundalik Naik, whose plays are really excellent, on par or even above that, I would say, with plays by Badal Sarkar or many more Bengali or Marathi playwrights. But he doesn't get any chance to perform outside Goa. Once I remember when one of these plays, Prem Zagor, was staged in Chennai. It was based on the folk art of Goa. An excellent experimental type of theatre it was. But then it was very well received. What a response it got. But why not these people get a chance and opportunity to showcase or perform outside Goa? So some infrastructure has to be created to take our artists, our writers, our performers outside Goa. That's what I feel. The document also speaks about the academies set up by the government. Yes, government has set up many academies like Goa Kala Academy, Konkani Academy of Goa, then we have Marathi Academy and Dalgado Academy and Theatre Academy, and so many academies. Are we happy with their performances? In my opinion, no. They are underperforming, particularly in the field of, I would say, e-substance. Now, for example, how many of these academies have their own websites? Some have. Are they updated? No. Why? If we want to cope up with the time, if we want to catch up with other literatures of not only of India but also foreign countries, then we have to run fast which our academies are supposed to do, and they're not doing it, they are underperforming. This is my opinion. So when the funds are made available to the academies, it is also to be seen that these funds are channelized properly to take advantage of the electronic advancements. I remember here having visited once Kerala Sahitya Academy. What an infrastructure they have. They have a huge setup where at a click of a button you find entire history or database of a writer, his writings, whatever is being produced in literature, in Kerala, in Malayalam literature, you get it online. Besides, they have a huge gallery, art gallery, where bigger than the life-size portraits are exhibited of major writers, all the writers of the past and also present. Why is it not possible in our Goa? Riverside, India, I'm talking about Goa now. I had an opportunity to visit China some time back, where I visited the National Museum of Literature in Beijing. What a class museum it is, where again you find not only all the information about the writers, but also their writings. There are some novels which are graphically painted all on the walls, so that you can see the greatness of the writers. And it is being visited not only by tourists. It is being the schools come in large groups, taking the children around to see their own writers and writings. I propose here, in addition to what has been proposed in the vision document, we should have a state level museum of literature. Art museum is being inaugurated on the 19th December, as has been announced by the government. And I propose that another similar national state level museum of literature be erected in Goa. Last couple of years back, we celebrated Baki Bab centenary. And that time I was on the committee, so I know it from close quarters. We had recommended, we had given some recommendations to the government, which government had accepted also. One, to have a memorial, B.B. Burkar Memorial in Boring itself. Unfortunately, it was not possible to hold it at his own residence. We could not acquire it. But then there was another place chosen for that, and memorial is expected to be set up there, where people can, where there will be library facilities, conference facilities, and other facilities, even not only about Burkar, but about entire literature of Goa, which can be showcased there, and also for the writers, whoever wants to spend time writing, reading, researching, residential facility will be made available there. But I don't know how far the project is going, because with the change of the government, sometimes the new government tends to shell aside the projects carried ahead by the earlier government. I hope it doesn't happen here. In fact, such memorials in the name of our poets like Manohar Rai Sardesai or artists like Mario Miranda must be erected here in Goa. We also proposed that fellowships be made available, not only to Goan writers to go outside, but also other writers to come in Goa and write here. Or artists, not only writers, but writers, artists, whether painters or sculpturists, to come here in Goa, do their work in Goa. The work should be on Goa and should be for Goa. So this was an excellent fellowship. Not even a fellowship is not just for a few days. It was meant for 6 months, 1 year, on the regular basis. A writer will be invited, or an artist will be invited to do his work by residing in Goa. He will be given all the facilities, and then at the end of the year, he should produce something which will be monumental. That was an excellent idea, and I feel that our Goa government should also provide such facilities to Goan writers to go outside and say, go to Shantiniketan, have a feel of the ambience, create something and come back. I recently visited Thunchan Festival, Thunchan Memorial in Tirur in Kerala. What an excellent edifice it is, where in the name of Thunchan, the founder of modern Malayalam literature, what is set up they have erected there, where people come, the writers go there, the huge library facility, accommodation is made available, everything is made available, and they come there, stay there for months together, produce something tangible and go back. So such facilities must be made available to Goan writers, Goan artists, so that they can go out, produce something. Unless we go out of Goa, the vision documents also speaks about we have a talent, but it is not of that caliber, of that excellent level, but I don't believe it. We have talent which has excellence, but the only thing need to be promoted. Well, there are some areas I think we should have, in addition to the academies that government has already set up, we should have one translation academy, so that the writings in Konkani, in Marathi are taken in English, French and other languages. English and Hindi, they easily go. But what about other languages of the world? We should have translation academies where translational works are taken up, translational activities to carry our literature into Japanese or Russian or French or Spanish languages. I think it is urgently required to be done. Of course, we have Sahitya Academy, we have other academies outside Goa, but then I don't think they are doing enough for all languages. A vision document also speaks about Sahitya Academy and Lalit Kala Academy, Sangeet Natak Academy, that they should have their regional offices in Goa. Since I have been on the executive board of the academies, I know that it is not possible because they have a regional office for a cluster of languages in different places. Now Sahitya Academy has in Mumbai, some people have elsewhere. But then instead of them asking them to have offices or regional centers in Goa, our Department of Art and Culture or our academies should be asked to have a close rapport with all these academies like Lalit Kala Academy, Sangeet Natak Academy. In fact, Sangeet Natak Academy is very vital for Goan artists, particularly artists who perform on stage. Unfortunately, I don't think we get enough representation at these academies. Maybe because we lack in political will. We have been complaining that youngsters and the students are shying away from entering in these fields of art, different forms of art. But then there is reason. Maybe it's true that students shy away, they keep away from these, they have lack of interest. But then if Muhammad doesn't go to the mountain, mountain can come to the Muhammad. Mountain comes to Muhammad. So similarly, if students are not attending these events like this, what is happening today, why not we go to students? We have eminent artists, we have eminent writers. They should be taken to the colleges and schools where they discuss with the students. Now, for example, modern art is very difficult to understand. The modern poetry is very, very difficult to apprehend. So at this juncture, if these artists are taken to the colleges and discussions are held wherein the paintings are discussed or the poetry is discussed, so that they know the level of discussion, they can try to understand the poetry or the paintings. So in a way, we have to reach out to the youth by going to the colleges and higher secondaries and college schools. I think I'm coming close to the end. Since we are discussing culture, we have different forms of culture, including our local plays like आमगेली लोगोरी आमी खेळपाचे लोगोरी गेल्यो कोणे बाल्लांनी खेळटाले कोणे बाल्ले गेले. These our outdoor games we have forgotten. Not only I have played them, so I know it very well, but my children do not know. They have not even seen them. आमची घरांत खेळपाची ताबलांनी खेळटाले न्ही, ताबलांनी खेळटाले, कांगांनी खेळटाले. These plays were brain teasers. In fact, they helped us grow intellectually. But then these indoor games we have lost. Before we lose them for posterity, I feel that efforts should be made, special efforts should be put in to revive these games in schools, in colleges. Some special training should be given to the PT teachers, sports teachers, where these games are taught to the children. This is one way of keeping our culture alive. I talk the sports the playing games, I also would like to point out, we had khel, some people say it fair, intruzaचे खेळ, intruzaचे fair, and ते गावांनी जाताले. Now nobody plays, hardly anybody plays now because of the theatre academy. Some attempt is being made to revive these khel. Khel is a street play like thing. The khel was synonymous with illiterate people. So people now are shying away from performing khel. This should not, again, as Daryl pointed out in the morning, we should glamorize these forms of art so that people come closer to it and perform. Unfortunately, our khel performers, they want to go on the stage. How can it be? Khel is necessarily a street play. It has to be played in the open, where people are all around and you perform. So I think efforts should be put in to revive these age-old plays. Before the main, also the vision document also has touched upon some forms of art which are disappearing, are extinguishing. But then we should make an effort. Penny Zagor is almost dead. Only some effort is made by some folklorists to keep it alive. Shana Zagor, which is totally gone. The last one was performed at the Sangeet Mahotsav held by Konkani Bhasha Mandal in Margao. It was performed in Velsaung area, but it is gone now. I hope some efforts are made to keep it, at least document it. Even documentation is not available. This is my grievance. Then we should reach out to the rural areas. We have been performing in the theaters in the cities, but we do not think of villages. Unless we take the best of our art, best of our writings into the villagers, we will not go. Unfortunately for us, as Dr. Mashilkar ji has been pointing out, Goa is highly literate. We cannot call them villages. They are semi-urban townships. So where we can certainly go, reach out to the people, take our art to the people, take our theatre to the people, and try to involve them so that more talent will come up. And before I end, 2 points. One is about tourism. Friends, hospitality is a major feature of Goan culture. That's what I believe. Unfortunately, with the onset of tourism, hospitality is losing ground. I live in South Goa, where day in and day out, I hear about particularly the tourist car operators harassing the tourists. The tourists who come to Goa, they go back with these memories. They are happy with Goa, but then not with Goans, particularly as far as hospitality is concerned. So I think as we give permissions to operators, we should also give them orientation classes. We should make sure that Atithi Devo Bhava is taught to them. It is not to be just printed in the paper and forgotten about it. We should, their attitude towards tourists has to change. Then only Goa will, people will take away sweet memories of Goa and Goans. And now the last important point which has been touched upon by the vision document, but I found it has been very softly touched upon, is about the TV center. Goa is liberated 50 years back. We are completing 51 years this year. And in 50 years, we don't have a TV center. Do you know, Jharkhand was created, and within a few months, they got a news channel, they got TV center, and state level news was telecast day in and day out. And why not in Goa? It was recently, I mean not even 1 year back, that news in Konkani is being telecast on Goa Doordarshan PGF, program generating facility. It is not a center. It's unfortunate. Goa is such a cultured state, we say. Dr. Mashirkar ji has admitted that it has a highly appreciable culture, yet we do not have our own TV center. Why? This is one area where I'll give an example. I'm sorry, I'm taking note. I'll just tell you give you one example. When I was the president of Konkani Bhasha Mandal, I approached Prasar Bharati and insisted that they open the TV center as early as possible. Otherwise, we would take to states. I gave them this warning also. And then they sent an official here. The official came to Goa, he studied the situation, and before going back, he gave me a call, and he told me privately, he said off the record, that because there is no political will, this suggestion is not going ahead. I said, why? What do you mean by political will? He said, let a letter come from the chief minister or a letter come from MP, and we will get the center immediately. I immediately contacted, and I remember distinctly, Parrikar was the chief minister at that time, so I met him. He said, why not? We'll do it. But I am sure nothing has been done, and as a result, it continues to be PGF. But unless this TV center is not, you see Zee TV, Zee Marathi TV, how the language is promoted. You see the reality shows, Saregama or any other, and how you can see how they have revived Marathi music, Marathi culture. Why not in Goa? We have such a variety of culture here. Unfortunately, it is not happening, and I again insist, because of lack of political will, which we have to instill in the new government. Friends, I know I have taken longer than the given time. I won't take longer. Before I take my seat, I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to express myself before you. And I'm really happy that I'm addressing to such an august audience. Only thing I would like to say, whenever it comes to the local language, we shy away from calling Konkani our language. I do not understand why. We love Marathi, we love Hindi, we love English. There's no, we don't differentiate, discriminate. But yes, our mother is mother, our mother tongue is mother tongue. Even in the document it is said local languages, to which I have my own objection. Every state has its own language. Goa is the only state which has Konkani as its language. And if Goa turns its back to Konkani or gives the equal treatment to all languages, then we will be doomed. Thank you.